It's the movie business, so you have to adhere to certain guidelines, and obviously that's kind of the checks and balances of the financial model. But within that, obviously, a lot of times movies that do prevail and become kind of breakout hits sometimes are outliers. So I think with every kind of analysis of a potential project, you want to see whether there's kind of a uniqueness, a kind of breaking the trend, something that feels fresh and new, that kind of can work within the financial parameters that feels prudent and appropriate to move forward with. So I think there's obviously, I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 balance, because obviously the numbers dictate oftentimes what gets moved forward or what doesn't. But I do think there's a lot of instances where there's movies that feel different. There's something uniquely appealing about it, whether it's the filmmaker's vision or the idea behind it, that feel that it can really strike a chord. I think there's obviously some risk that has to be factored in, because I do think movies oftentimes, like I look at a movie that Lionsgate Summit released a few years back called Warm Bodies. Now that was an outlier. That was a movie that was a zombie relationship kind of drama comedy that felt very different and unique in the marketplace. And it was obviously a little bit of a risk to do the movie. They kind of worked it within the financial parameters that everyone felt comfortable with. And the movie exceeded expectations, just because when it went out in the marketplace, it felt different. And I think that is becoming, because there's so much media and content to consume, audiences are really gravitating towards product that feels different and unique, and stories that they haven't seen before. That kind of goes into to kind of the study of, this year has been labeled the sequelitis kind of year, because I think audiences don't feel like they want to see the same story regurgitated or 10% better. So I think movies that have different ideas, unique stories, different actors are definitely becoming a more commonplace thing that studios and distributors and investors are willing to take more chances with. So I do think there's becoming a growing balance of kind of fitting the financial model to make sense, but obviously taking chances that kind of can prevail in the marketplace.